Hey everyone, Rarity-Share, and it's time for another reaction request. If you have a video that you'd like me to react to, check the description below. There's a link that'll take you to a Google document with all the relevant information. So today we're going to be taking a look at more angry video game nerd videos. We've got 3 of them, in fact, today. And I'm not really sure what the through line is for these particular 3. They don't really seem to have anything to do with each other. But, yeah, we've got Hong Kong 97, Darkwing Duck, and The Crow. So, yeah, not really much of a connection I can draw. The first one's interesting, though, because this is something that I know quite a bit about, because I did, quite a while back, react to an entire video all about this game that I think actually referenced the Angry Video Game Nerd's review of it, which was this here reaction, Mystery in a Game Over Screen, by Nexpo. This was pretty interesting, because this is a game that apparently features a real dead body on its game over screen. So, kind of grim there. But, I mean, that video was obviously more focused on just that aspect of this game. In terms of actually reviewing the game, I guess we gotta leave that to the nerd here. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Hong Kong 97. Angry Video Game Nerd.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd.
Nice.
I've been called upon to take care of business once again. Apparently, there is a game worse than Big Rigs. Worse than Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Worse than Crazy Bus or Desert Bus. It is known as Hong Kong 97, and I've been getting requests for it up the ass. The requests are so far up the ass, it's time to shit them out. The game was made for the Super
there's more to the game than just
Japan,
having a dead
but
person.
never saw its way to the rest of the world. This is one title that we definitely didn't get on the Super Nintendo. It was made by Happy Soft. Happy Soft was most famous for making Hong Kong 97, their one and only masterpiece. On this one occasion, they rose from the depths of hell, excreted this unholy turd onto the earth, and then descended back to where they came. Supposedly, the game was so horrible, it barely even came out on the Super Famicom at all. Stores rejected it, and its release status is a mystery. It's so rare that to this day, not a single cartridge or physical copy has shown up at all. I can't even find a picture of one. So the only way I can experience this game is the same way as the rest of the internet.
Interesting. Interesting music choice.
No way. How do you like that soundtrack? That won't get annoying at all. I've heard games with 5-second music loops before, but not with lyrics. There's options for 3 different languages. Strange considering how the game didn't travel very far, at least not until the internet got a hold of it. Alright, I'm picking English. We will sell your original SNES games. 1/3 of the gross profit will be yours. We welcome games of any kind. Oh, I bet. So please send us your floppy. Send us your floppy. Would you like to sell our products at your store? We're looking for dealers worldwide. Enough already! How desperate could they be to sell this game? And I guess still nobody bought it because nobody can find a physical copy. Then finally the title screen appears. Jackie Chan. Apparently Jackie Chan is in the game, who I doubt gave any consent to Happy Soft or was even aware of it. The image is stolen from the film Wheels on Meals. The game was released, made, or at least copyrighted in 1995, but set in the future of 1997. The year 1997 has arrived. A herd of... This can't be real. No, somebody's pulling my leg. A herd of fucking ugly reds? Was a herd of ugly reds too weak? Did they really need the F word to fucking drive home the fucking point? This was before cursing in games was common. I remember how shocked I was when I first played Rambo on NES and saw the word hell. But here, they dropped the F-bomb! They did it! A game made for the Super Famicom! It's the closest you'd ever get to a Super Nintendo game that says fuck. And the music is still going. A herd of fucking ugly reds, period, are rushing from the mainland. Crime rates skyrocketed. Hong Kong is ruined. Therefore, the Hong Kong government called Bruce Lee's relative Chin. Bruce Lee's relative. Just happens to be as skilled as Bruce Lee. Not a brother, a son, or even a cousin. Just some unspecified relative. Doesn't make any sense. Like, if you were related to, I don't know, Michael Jordan, would that mean that you're automatically good at basketball? Okay, so Bruce Lee is in the background. The guy at the podium is Chris Patton, former governor of Hong Kong, and over there is Jackie Chan. Which one is Chin? For the Massacre of the Reds, Chin is a killer machine. That's Chin? It's Jackie Chan playing Bruce Lee's relative Chin.
Yeah.
Oh, Chin. What a name. Could it be any more common? Oh, wipe out 1.2 billion of the red colonies. Stop. I can't take anymore. I haven't even seen the game yet. Oh. Wipe out 1.2 billion. And if I'm not mistaken, in 1995, that would have been the entire population of China. Bruce Lee's relative is so powerful, he's the equivalent of 1,000 nukes. He's gonna murder the entire population of China by breaking their necks. Even when Bruce Lee would take down 20 people, it took him a little bit of time. But now comes Chin. You don't fuck with Chin. However, in mainland China, there was a secret project in progress. A project to transform the deceased Deng Xiaoping into an alternate... It's killing me. So apparently, for the character of Deng Xiaoping, they used an actual image of a real Chinese leader, Deng Xiaoping, spelled differently but pronounced very similar. When the game was made, this guy was still alive. Could they have at least had the courtesy to wait for him to die before transforming him into an ultimate weapon? This is the most epic, absurd opening to any video game I've ever seen. Nothing compares. That'd be like if I made a game called New York 2017. Motherfucking demons from the planet Jupiter have arrived at the Manhattan portal. The leader of United States calls upon Master Joe, John Wayne's half-cousin stepson, to annihilate the 2.5 octodecillion alien scum of the universe. However, on Jupiter's secret moon, a master plan is conceived to resurrect the astro-demonoid Dill Clinton into a mecha doomsday machine.
I'd play that.
Now that I've digested all that, let's play the game. One hit and the game's over. Why would I expect anything more? No.
Yeah, there we go.
Please. I hope that's not a real dead body. No.
It is.
There's no way they'd have such bad taste. That's got to be an actor. Or we're looking at some guy who died on that date and time in 1992. Oh, this couldn't get the Nintendo endorsement? I'm so shocked that this didn't come out on Super Nintendo. Every time you die, it resets the whole game. You have to go through the whole introduction again. This is almost as tedious as Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Great game, but you have to wait through a long, drawn-out game over screen just to get back to the title screen, select your file, and load the game all over again. That is some fucking bullshit. But this is a game that isn't even good. Not even close. And no, the song never stops.
Wow.
No sound effects either, just that same loop. Even when the game restarts, it doesn't interrupt it. The song never needs to reboot. It's quite impressive, actually. Nothing can stop that loop. You'll be hearing that in your dreams. So let's talk about what's happening here. Obviously, it's a 2D shooter. Nothing more to say. What you see is what you get. Chin's only method of attack is throwing projectiles, because if you're related to Bruce Lee, that means you can shoot white balls. This guy is so good, he does it all with his back turned. Everybody he hits, they don't just die, they burst into an atomic fucking explosion! And it's inside a square, like they just slapped a picture of a mushroom cloud on there. Why is the background Coca-Cola? Did they run out of ideas? Like, what should we put there? Anybody got any ideas? Anybody? Coca-Cola. Alright. You know, there was a movie called Hong Kong 97. It came out in 94, 1 year before this game. That can't be a coincidence. So
Probably
I'm gonna
not.
consider this a movie-based game. Just so I can say it has nothing to do with the movie. In less than 5 minutes, the final boss appears, Tung Xiaoping, played by Deng Xiaoping, who has been transformed into a so-called ultimate weapon. What kind of ultimate weapon is that? He's just a head! After you kill him, the game continues and loops endlessly, so there's no real ending to the game. Unless maybe you kill 1.2 billion people without getting hit once, but who would ever try that? The strange thing is that Deng Xiaoping actually died in 1997.
Oh.
The game predicted the future. In fact, 1997 was the year the United Kingdom returned their rule of Hong Kong back to China. The movie from 94 forecast this in the tagline, 99 years of British rule are about to come to an end. Hong Kong will never be the same. The movie stars Robert Patrick, the T-1000 from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And Judgment Day takes place in 1997. Part of Deng Xiaoping's ear is sort of cut off. Like when Mike Tyson bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear in 1997.
Oh,
the
wow.
car, I'm willing to bet, is a Mercedes-Benz
all a
in which
conspiracy.
Princess Diana died in 97. And what was the year Coca-Cola launched Surge? 97. And it's no coincidence all my Surge protectors were made in China. Rebooting the entire game after you die, just like Symphony of the Night, 97. Jackie Chan, Rumble in the Bronx, New York City, The Big Apple. The year Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 97. The unstoppable, unrelenting song is called I Love Beijing Tiananmen, also known as I Love Peking Tiananmen. Peking duck is a famous duck dish from Beijing. And Scrooge McDuck had his 50th anniversary in 97.
Yeah, it all comes together.
Titanic failure. Titanic, the movie from 97. Why was this game's sole purpose to direct us to the number 97? Huh. Like the NGC 97 galaxy in the constellation of Andromeda. The Princess Andromeda, who was chained naked to a rock to be sacrificed to a monster. Like Princess Leia and Jabba in Return of the Jedi. The special edition of Star Wars in 97. Oh, fuck, we're back again. Man, I was just trying to get a final answer here, but I went full circle. Like the song that keeps looping. A game that keeps repeating. Maybe it's all about a cycle. An endless cycle. Old shitty games that become new again. The past becomes the future. Birth and death. On and on. It's a cycle of life. The game is the meaning of life. And the thing that keeps life going. Reproduction. And food. Which becomes shit. The game is fucking shit there.
Yep. Well, that was a good one. Definitely an interesting game. Moving on, we got Darkwing Duck. Definitely a show I remember somewhat fondly. I was fairly young when that was on, but I remember watching it. I don't really remember much about it just because it's been so long, but I definitely didn't play any games either. But, and this is on TurboGrafx 16, so I wouldn't have been able to play it anyway. Never had access to one of those.
He's gonna take you back to the past to
I've done that one. Let's see. Shitty. I've done that one too. Shitty games. This one looks pretty shitty. Yeah, it's shitty. Just flying around shooting frogs and bubbles in space. That's not enough material to work with. I'm moving on. Here's one. Yay, this sucks. Kid Nicky's jumping around like he's on the moon. It's ass. Nah. Oh, now this looks hilarious. My mind is a blank. That's gotta be something. Oh, death bots. How could you go wrong? Or right. Or rightfully wrong. Shooting robots. Okay. I got it. Mad Max. It was made by Mindscape, proving that not every NES movie-based game was made by LJN. See, LJN was like a cat, and the NES library was its litter box. When the litter box gets too shitty, the cat shits somewhere else. Now I'm on track. Well, you drive around, you run around shooting people, you drive, shoot, buy stuff, drive and shoot. I wish it were LJN because they would have given me more to talk about. Call me an explorer. I've been searching for the perfect shitty game, and I've seen just about everything at this point. But you know what? I'm going to do something that I've never done yet, and that is to review a game on... the TurboGrafx 16. Holy shit. The TurboGrafx 16 was developed by Hudson Soft and NEC. Its original name in Japan was the PC Engine, which sounds like a computer on a train. No wonder they changed it. The games came on cards, which was unique. It was technically the first 16-bit console made to compete with the NES, but it was soon trampled by two titans, the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Yeah, you were either asking your parents for the Genesis or the SNES. The TurboGrafx 16 was the one nobody gave a shit about. It didn't have as many third-party game developers working for it, but the benefit of that was that it meant less shitty games. The TurboGrafx library is less contaminated than the rest. That's why it's taken me so long to get to it. There's no major stinkers that stick out. But I might have found one. Darkwing Duck, based on the TV show. I remember the show, but I'm not overly familiar with it, which is a fair spot to be in. I have no high expectations or low expectations. By now, I've played some of the most horrible games that are humanly possible to make. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, Big Rigs, Hong Kong 97. I think I've set the bar too high, or too low, depending which way you look at it. So now, let's get into some more sensible territory. Let's get serious. Or should I say, let's get dangerous.
Nice. Gotta love the catchphrase. Oh, fuck. That's not a long chord for that control.
Piece of dog shit. Fuck, they think we...
Yeah, you gotta move the whole chair.
Shit. It begins with a stage selection screen. You move a magnifying glass over a photograph of the villains. By selecting a villain, you load their stage. That's pretty unique, I have to say.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's a standard action side-scroller. Nothing much to explain. The graphics are satisfactory for this era.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not supposed to be able to reach that D. Come on. Come on! Figured I could get a running start, but that doesn't work. Great, the game just began and they tease you with an item that you can't get.
Something to do with that
There's
ramp?
gotta be a way. Oh, I see, you bounce on the skateboarding penguins' heads. How could I be so casual when I say skateboarding penguins? Wait. Why didn't it work?
I'm guessing it's just not programmed very well.
Oh, is it a fluke the first time? Oh, maybe I bounce on this thing? Nope. It's not like I have to get the D. I don't even know what it does, but it pisses me off. I feel like an ass. I can't let that go. I feel like I've been fooled. It's like a test from the game programmers, a challenge. Like, you put that D there, and I'm gonna figure out how you intend I get to it. I believe this is possible. All I gotta do is bounce on one of these penguins. Why would it be so difficult? You know why? The penguins don't come when you're anywhere near the D. No, you gotta walk way out there before they start coming, and at that point they're so fast you lose them. I'll stun them with my gun, then bounce off them. I just gotta get one of them over to the D. Fuck. I give up. There's a whole game ahead of me. Fuck the D. The D can suck my dick. I have to mention, the controls are very delayed. You'd never know just by looking at it. No, you'd have to play it for yourself. Or, how about listen to me hit the button? You hear that?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's how delayed it is. Okay, here's Tuscanini. Immune to gunfire, apparently. I suppose I have to jump on him or over him. And that's so convenient when you're going uphill. Oh, no. No! Oh, I have an idea. Nope.
Well, you can go
Gotta
past me,
admit,
right?
it was a pretty smart idea. I accept that I have to take a hit. Can I just get past him?
Or does he respawn?
Whew! Thank God. Oh, no! I've been playing on normal mode. I'm changing it to easy. Huh. Easy and normal. Should be called hard and fucking bullshit. Is this guy gonna die or what? Finding ammo isn't that common, and I just wasted it all on one guy. What a shitload of fuck. Here's the final showdown with
Seems like the
Tuscanini.
jump is more effective anyway.
Okay, so the idea is to jump on him. I did it once. Why can't I do it again? Oh, sorry, I shit myself. How did the bags hit me? I was standing perfectly in between them. The hit detection in this game seems to be spontaneous. I can usually adapt to crap, but this game is a rare breed where I legitimately can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. It's a type of game designed to make it appear that you're playing real poorly, to make you question, is it really you? But it's the delayed controls and strange hit detection.
Oh.
Now all of a sudden it worked? Nothing has any rhyme or reason. Things go on diagonal slants so you can't tell what part you're allowed to jump on. Hazardous objects still harm you even when you clearly jump over them, as if there's some kind of invisible electric barrier around them. Don't you think there'd be a reason why the window is broken? Doesn't it look like I can hop down there? How about hanging on the power lines? Darkwing is actually reaching up as if he could grab on, but it never happens. It messes with your mind. It's a psychological sucker front, a facade. It's the equivalent of an open door that you can't go in. Another brain teaser they throw at you is this puzzle. As you progress in the game, you get more pieces of the puzzle to work with. The annoying part is that they put two characters behind the puzzle, so sometimes I can't tell if I'm looking at the puzzle or at a piece of the background. Just have a flat color! Jeez, is it fucking rocket science? Oh, look at all those goodies up there. Jump on the bat. Jump on the bat!
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that.
I give up. What a kick in the ass. What kind of game is this where you can sometimes jump on things and other times can't? So much shit coming at me. So much shit.
Oh. Okay.
What the fuck just happened? It's like you make one wrong step, you go to the dungeon, bitch! What is this thing anyway? A pizza that turns into a capybara? You can't duck and shoot. Great. Well, at least you can duck. You are a duck. I don't know what kind of fucked up duck can't fucking duck. Up there. Get up there! Get the fuck up there!
Yeah!
With these kind of controls, you should not be required to do platform jumping. And just about... Now! Fuck. Let's try again. Wait for it. Nope. Not now. Next time. And here it comes.
What? What?
If you stand still for too long, a safe drops on you. Like the game is saying, fuck you. Might as well just be a giant middle finger, and it should be the only part of the game in 3D. Put on your 3D glasses, get ready, set, fuck you, kids! This could have been a decent game. Darkwing Duck is not one of those concepts that's doomed from the start. The show had elements of action, crime solving, and humor. It's been done well before. There was an NES version which was basically like Mega Man, but with a duck. It was made by Capcom, who of course made the Mega Man games, and DuckTales. Those all turned out great. So what happened here? The control isn't just bad, it's uniquely bad in an indescribable way. Every game with bad control has its own feel, its own identity. Making bad games is an art form. It's a delicate recipe. Some are worse than others. It might be a massive truckload of elephant shit or a pellet of bird poop. To explain exactly how bad it is, I've invented the shit scale. It begins with games that are debatably bad, somewhat good games with serious flaws, not part of the turd crust but well within smell range. Then you get to the high level of shit contamination, games that are possible to play but nobody in their right mind would. Then you get into the very high category, which encompasses the majority of LJN games. This is where you could still survive, but you'd come out traumatized for life. Next is the severe zone. This is for masochists only. These are games that could kill a person. Stay away. Don't even think about it. Then we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Enough said. Finally, at the extreme end of the scale, major code red, we have games that don't even qualify as games at all. They shouldn't even be on the scale, but they are. And that's so you know to beware. Never play them, never talk about them. So where does Darkwing Duck fall on the scale? I'd say somewhere around here. Of course that means there are games that are worse, but from what I've seen so far, Darkwing Duck is the worst game on the TurboGrafx 16. Being the worst at something is quite an achievement. I'm the fucking nerd. I'll see you next time.
I like his version of the song. It's pretty cool. Alright, and our last one for today is The Crow on the Sega Saturn. Another console I never had. Gotta be honest, I've never actually seen The Crow. I know about it. That's one of those films I just never got around to. I think didn't they even remake it recently? I haven't seen that either. So, yeah, not going into this one, not really knowing much of anything. But, there was a Crow game, apparently, on Sega Saturn. And, yeah. Let's see what it's like. Since it's being reviewed by the nerd, probably not a great game. Looks like it was Halloween. Special.
No! Oh, these goddamn kids. They left me a flaming bag of shit. The Crow, City of Angels. It was on PC, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn. And all the same, the PC version was a piece of crap, the PS version was a piece of shit, and the Saturn version was a satanic turd more lethal than 10 tons of donkey dookie dropping from a 60-story building!
Wow.
The Crow was a dark action film based on a comic series. The film takes place the night before Halloween, Mischief Night, or Devil's Night, which is associated with the more destructive version of Mischief Night, which is not so much about petty pranks, but more about vandalism and arson. It's also somewhat related to an older tradition, Guy Fawkes Night, but that's another story. Anyway, The Crow, of course, starred Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. You can't talk about The Crow without mentioning the fact that he was accidentally killed on set by a defective gun blank. Yeah, I have nothing but tragedy to tell today. The plot was about a rock star named Eric Draven. He and his girlfriend are violently killed by a horrible gang. But he's resurrected and seeks his revenge after a crow leads his soul back to the world of the living. Yeah, it sounds weird when you say it fast, but it was a pretty good movie. While not perfect, it was stylized with a gloomy and surreal comic book tone, similar to Tim Burton's Batman. That would be a good time to make a video game, right? No, there were no games based on The Crow. Nada. Diddly fucking squat. Then came the shitty sequel, The Crow, Shitty of Angels. Ho-ho! Now it's time to make a game! Ugh. Alright, let's pop this fucking turd in here. Loading. Yeah. My ass is loading. Okay. Yeah. Great opening screen. Take a guess which tiny pixely blob is me. The one in the center that your eyes are immediately drawn to? I'm pushing left and right, and the dude is walking side to side. That would have to be me, right? No. I'm the guy in the bottom right turning in a circle. Just wonderful. Rather than just simply pressing which direction you want to go, check this out. This is how it works. Left and right, turn yourself around in a 360 motion, while up makes you go forward. No matter which direction you or the camera are facing, up is always forward. This isn't the only game like this. Even the first Resident Evil had the same shitty controls. But for The Crow, I would say this is before they figured out how to program video game controls for 3 dimensions in a good way, but Super Mario 64 was already out. Alright, first enemy in the game, and I can't even figure... Oh, look, he's punching through me. His fist is coming right out my back. If this is what it's going to be like for every enemy we encounter, then we're in for a real nightmare. As the game explicitly warns you, this is your last chance. The game is so bad that it's become self-aware. Look at this ugly, murky mess. I'm sure they were going for a dark, moody atmosphere and all that, but don't you think it's a little too dark? It's almost just a black screen with yellow and red pools of light. Looks like somebody bled and pissed all over the place after smearing the camera lens with their shit after taking a bunch of Pepto-Bismol. Oh, he's badass. Look, here he comes. He's badass. Like a slasher villain. That's actually pretty terrifying. His fucking face looks like a melted candle of one of the members of Kiss. And there probably do exist Kiss candles. But wouldn't that be great if we could hear God of Thunder or something awesome? Yeah. But instead, listen to this
dig into the merchandising.
Yeah, you'll enjoy hearing that for hours. Nah, you won't. That's the perfect soundtrack to go along with walking around in circles in the most depressing bar in existence. This is a place where people go to cut their wrists and drink gasoline. It's hard to even walk a straight line. On top of the clumsy controls that make you feel like you're driving a tank, the camera angles keep changing at the most inconvenient times. It's so disorienting. Sometimes I deliberately walk around the same area just to see if I could figure out where the line is between one camera angle and the next. It's like stepping into a separate reality. Sometimes the camera angle doesn't change at all. You just step outside the boundaries of existence.
Wow.
Where am I? It's as if there's actually a person behind a mixer who has to switch the camera angles. But that person was too busy smoking pot. Oh, dude. Sorry, man. How about this? I'm behind the fucking bar. I guess they completely forgot to even put a camera back there. And there's times when your feet actually get stuck, as if there's an invisible treadmill.
Hey, clown face.
Let's talk about the fighting. It's the worst part of the game, which is unfortunately the part you do the most of. You have a few different variations of kicks and punches you can pull off. You can even throw people, but whether or not you hit your mark is all up to chance. You mash buttons and hope for the best. Half the time, your fists and feet go right through your opponents. That is, if you can even face the right direction. This is like Karate Champ, but taken to 3 dimensions. The whole thing is a fucking clown show. Oh, my God. And the fighting in the cutscene is there just to tease you. Wow, look, they're actually punching and kicking, even blocking, and they're facing right at each other. This is just a reminder of how much better the game could have been. Ah! Oh my God. What is he doing? He's pulling her tits. He's pulling her tits. The awful camera angles add so much to the misery. Don't you love it when you're fighting somebody and you end up in a corner somewhere? Could you imagine if this was somebody's first video game? Or if it was even the first video game ever made? I think even then it would have induced vomiting and irritable bowel syndrome. I wonder if Guy Fawkes would have liked this game. After all, it's based on a shitty sequel, so I don't know what I expected. I guess I expected something a little less vaginal. Yeah, I'm running out of adjectives. The controls, needless to say, are delayed. When you have to turn around, get in position, and then pull off an attack, the response time for all that is way too much. By the time that actually happens, you don't even remember what you tried to do. It's as if every time you press the button, that request gets processed in a queue of commands that's always behind. Weapons, if you're even able to pick them up, you can never hit anybody with them. Within those 360 degrees, you have to turn till you're facing in the precise direction, which you'll never have time to do. Fuck!
Yeah.
As soon as the enemies have guns, the game is all over with. They always have ammunition, and you never do. In the time it takes to pick up the guns, pick up the ammo, and then try to shoot at them, they already got you. And if you do manage to pull off a few shots, that's all you get is a few shots, and then the ammo runs out. But not them. They come at you with fucking machine guns and drain your life bar instantly. Jeez! Strange that in the movie, the guns can't kill him, but I suppose playing as an invincible, immortal character wouldn't have made for a challenging game. But this is way too challenging, and the challenge isn't about legit gameplay, the challenge is all about trying to outsmart the broken-ass controls. The only way I'm able to glimpse ahead in the game is by using passwords. Even then, as soon as the level starts, the enemies immediately gang up on you. I tried every stage in the game, and none of them I can last more than a minute. I even turned the difficulty down. And still, it's fucking insane! This is the definition of frustrating. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde frustrating. And it all leads up to a battle that looks like something out of Hellraiser. Fuck. Shit. Oh, God fucking damn it! This game is worse than a Mischief Night prank. Mischief Night is throwing toilet paper all over someone's yard. This game is the equivalent of throwing toilet paper after you wiped your ass. It's as refreshing as a horse's anus. Fuck the crawl up its burnt ass, and fuck you, you fucking clown-faced Joker, Kiss makeup wearing King Diamond, Beetlejuice, Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson motherfucker!
Okay. Oh.
Yo, nerd, I got a better game for us. Board James, go away. You don't get a Halloween special.
Crossover.
Fuck you, you fucking asshole! Why? I never get a Halloween special! Why's it always gotta be about you? When's it gonna be my turn? Okay. As soon as Halloween is over, we'll play some plastic and cardboard. Better late than never.
Well, there we go. Yeah, it didn't really seem to be any sort of connection between these three. I mean, the first two, at least the second one, mentioned Hong Kong 97, but this one didn't mention either of them. But yeah, another great review. The game looked very terrible. And I don't really know if I have too much to say. I mean, these were three good angry video game nerd videos. I think the Hong Kong 97 one had probably the most intrigue to it, especially because I already know that there's quite a lot to get into with that. Yeah, good stuff as per usual. Hope you liked the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.